So what's the plan?
Time to take control of our world. When we feel out of place, disconnected, and divided,
there are always repercussions.
Alright guys, what's going on? Let's react. Or just watch, I guess. Opening night live.
Tonight, we bring the
Their end's glitching a little bit, so sorry about that.
celebrate who we are
And then the quality is what it is. I can't.
and what we are.
I'm with you every step of the way.
The future of gaming.
I'm pretty sure this is the best kind of quality we can get.
Opening
Eh.
live.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Keighley, and welcome
What's up, Jeff?
to Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. Now, this year, Gamescom is, of course, a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020,
Yes, Jeff.
games have comforted and connected us more than ever. And with the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better. Well, all summer, I was hopeful we could get to this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom.
Yeah, apparently 2 hours long.
Tonight, you'll get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2 and an extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart
Yes.
on PlayStation 5.
That's what I'm here for, honestly.
Surprises along the way, too. But before we start, I want to acknowledge and thank all the game developers, marketers, and publishers who have worked under challenging circumstances to keep us entertained. This show is nothing without them or my production team, and doing a show at this scale safely is not easy, especially when all of you at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our
Same.
first game, with a game that was just announced yesterday, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And joining me is Dan Vondrak from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek. Dan, how you doing?
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me here. This has been a dream project for us to work on from nearly the beginning of development. We knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, and we loved
Good.
the idea of returning to the pillars built the Black Ops franchise: deniable operations, conspiracy grounded in history, and that shadowy world of paranoia.
I actually can't wait for this.
Mix all those together, drop the player into the 1980s at the height of the Cold War, and it's really something that we know would feel relevant to today and also uniquely Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know characters. We saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, some familiar faces. So, Woods, Mason, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
Yeah, part of the fun in making this game was bringing back the iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason and seeing how all those personalities mix with
I
some
can't
of the
wait for this.
characters. So the campaign takes place in 1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel to the game.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that starts with allowing the player to create their own character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be.
That's
From there,
that's kind of cool,
some of our missions and
I guess.
optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions. And it was fun to find that balance between the hard-driving Call of Duty action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions. So with choice comes the player wanting to feel that impact. So some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
That's cool.
So multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us.
That's kinda cool.
I love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story,
'Cause here's the thing.
features, we love playing homage.
Here's the thing with Call of Duty. No one really plays the campaign. And if you do, it's not a big deal for multiple endings.
I know multiplayer reveal is coming in in September.
Because really, you're just there to have fun.
Since you got a switch there, maybe you could flip the switch on something exclusive for us. What are you going to say?
Yeah, absolutely. This is
Yeah, it's lagging on their end.
the first time we've done this outside the walls of the development studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game, and it's a critical point that really shows the narrative of the world, shows this threat that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
"1943. Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968. The Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers, orchestrated by Perseus, attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase. 5 days
I like it already.
on a mission, we acquired intel that Perseus is in play again and planning an attack on the West. Perseus. The CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
General Haig, allow me to introduce the man best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler. He's one of the few people who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus threat seriously?
You don't have to, sir.
Yeah, then a lot of innocent people are gonna die.
Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that will affect the free world.
Okay.
Mr. President.
Sir.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names. Who do you think approved their last mission?
Okay.
Is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Can you stop Perseus?
We can, sir. I've already submitted the requisition for my team.
Sir,
Why is he sounding Master Chief?
are highly irregular, most likely illegal. If the press gets a hold,
What the hell are you talking about? Do you know who we are?
Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil. There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor. And while few people will know of your struggles, rest assured, the entire free world will benefit. I know you won't fail us.
I like this. Let's go.
Tonight we have some new game announcements for you guys as well, including this one, a new next-gen narrative action-adventure game from Reflector Entertainment in Montreal. It's called Unknown 9. The game tells the story of Haruna, a woman raised on the streets of India and haunted by visions of her own death. Haruna struggles to understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the unseen. Check out this first look.
That looks good. Okay. I want to see gameplay. Okay, well, didn't really show much, but
All right, let's get to the gameplay. One of this year's biggest games has been Doom Eternal. Tonight, we've got an exclusive first look at the campaign expansion called The Ancient Gods Part 1. Check this out.
all right. The gameplay in Doom always looks so much fun.
The Slayer has arrived. Please proceed with control, but assertive aggression.
We work to resurrect the only ones who can save this world.
See, that just looks so much fun. Doom fans are going to be happy about this. Looks good. Looks fun.
2020 marks the 25th anniversary of a legendary game studio, BioWare. Tonight, Casey Hudson and the team wanted to give everyone around the world a little taste of what's next. Casey, over to you.
Hey Jeff, it's great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
It's awesome. We're very experimental here at BioWare, so we're always coming up with new stuff.
We're always trying to improve, innovate, and bring new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
Okay.
The world of Dragon Age really has got it all. It's got frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled detective stories. And of course, it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
Mm-hmm.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world and you're saving people.
Dragon Age to me is a wonderful world to play in.
I am really excited about the future of Dragon Age. This is an original world, original flora, original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
In the next Dragon Age, we get an opportunity to see new things, new places, and interact with people who lived and grew up in these spaces as well.
For the game we're working on now, we want to tell a story. What happens when you don't have power? What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated. One of the best examples of that is Solus. Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, and another part want to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
BioWare and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion magic technology. And
Voice acting's so fun.
when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Players want that suspension of disbelief that this wonderful collection of digital pixels is actually a living, breathing soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually design bosses. I help with the creature design team as well. So I do all of like the big threats that you have to go up against.
Nobody dies on my watch. For the Wardens!
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise. The decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Decision making can mean that a party member lives or a party member dies. And it means owning your outcome and reactivity to the choices.
This is gonna get some people hyped. I'm just not into these games. Looks really good though.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity every time.
Cool.
Next up, it's time for something special.
Oh. No way.
Great Scott! I think there's been a serious miscalculation.
Wow, wait, you're, what's his name? Back to the Future.
I'm Emmanuel Brown.
Come on now.
Not in physics, not in medicine, and certainly not that quack from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27th, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator 2 right now.
What?
What exactly do you have to do with Surgeon Simulator?
During the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Arshire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program.
No.
70 years later, we've digitized the experience.
We don't care.
It's unbelievable. You can access the program through your computer and then be medically trained from the comfort of your keyboard. And it's available as of, great Scott, this very moment. Tonight, I want a world premiere, a few examples of some of the incredibly successful test subjects who have already completed the course.
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2.
This is crazy.
Doctor's orders.
Why? I'm never gonna play this game. I mean, it looks fun for, 15 minutes. If it's free, I'll play it. Okay.
Doc Brown introducing Jacksepticeye playing Surgeon Simulator, only on opening night live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
Okay. What is it, Jeff? I like it already. Wait, never mind. Okay. So it's obviously post-apocalyptic, right? Does this have anything to do with The Walking Dead? What is this?
Tonight is just the start of Games.
What?
Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN Media with in-depth looks at games, a digital cosplay contest, and some special new shows just for Gamescom. Your portal for all things Gamescom this year is Gamescom Now, which you can check out at gamescom.global. Now, one game you'll hear more about later on IGN's post-show is this one, a return of two classic characters that I love. Check this out.
Okay.
In a world gone strange, one elite force stands against the darkness. But even they could use some help.
Here, slip on this little beauty for effect.
Sam, I'm blind! Oh, hello, miss.
Sam and Max? I've never heard of this before in my life.
The return of Sam and Max. Yes. All right. And now it's time to say hello to my wonderful co-host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be here. Gamescom is always such a fun event, and throughout the show tonight, I'll be telling
What has
you about
happened?
all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. But first, I have an award to announce. The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game is Little Nightmares 2.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom with great shows such as Gamescom Studio, where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long games content,
I'll look that up.
dev talks, and more. Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show with and for indie developers. That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests. And now, let's go back to Jeff for our next big world premiere.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sid. We are so excited to see what's in the Gamescom studio and also Awesome Indies, and I'm going to be on the Daily Show tomorrow.
I'm looking at this game.
All right, well, on to our next game.
Looks weird.
In the next World of Warcraft expansion, players will journey beyond the mortal world of Azeroth to a place where no living soul has set foot before. The Shadowlands, the afterlife of an entire Warcraft universe. The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions.
I have no idea what he's saying right now.
Dominion over a different aspect of the afterlife. And depending on how someone lived their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian Covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere of Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
soul.
Cool.
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the Maw long ago.
You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
What I desire is justice.
Cool, dude.
Devos.
Go get your justice, my mans.
Soul. It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen, I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos. I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways.
Dude, I could not care any less about this.
Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student.
I want to see what the comments are saying about this.
Betrayed us all.
Show me. The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw.
Are we watching this whole short or what? That's why I said this is 2 hours. This thing's probably 30 minutes by itself. Come on now. So someone out there probably enjoys this. Somewhere. Someone probably does. Sorry, I gotta mute that, guys. I can't. That's... Listen, I enjoy what I enjoy. Someone out there enjoys this. It's just not me.
We will claim him.
This is a whole short, isn't it?
I see. Only darkness before me.
Now, cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was my student.
Remember what he did, and take your vengeance.
Not vengeance. Justice.
I want to see what the comment section's saying about this. Okay, there we go.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now, we know many of you can't wait to experience Shadowlands, and our friends at Blizzard want you to know the wait is almost over.
Oh, it's still going. Here's the actual gameplay of what we just watched. See, that just does not interest me. All right, here we go, Jeff.
October 27th, it is official, and we have so much more opening night live still to go for you. Ratchet and Clank, PlayStation 5, much more.
Yep, just keep reminding everybody Ratchet and Clank's coming.
The announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time.
Ooh.
The project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
Okay.
They have returned. They corrupted, divided, conquered, until finally, the gates of the celestial realm were thrown open. Our last remaining hope, the Stormcast.
None of this stuff interests me. Is that still? That looks like the same game.
Now, you guys may remember back in June, I had some masked fun with my buddy Crash Bandicoot announcing Crash 4 It's About Time. With the game coming in October, Crash, of course, had to come back for opening night live. So let's bring him out, everybody.
Yes.
Crash Bandicoot.
No way.
What? He's where?
You gotta be kidding me. They gave this man a mask. Crash don't need a mask. At least put one of the cool masks on him, you know?
apparently didn't get the memo about Gamescom. But to tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob. Lou,
Someone there was laughing.
There with Crash and the Gamescom bot.
Apparently you saw him wandering around Cologne, but what he was hinting at was kind of our reveal of what we call flashback tapes, which are a brand new style of level that we are announcing here today.
Okay, so
What?
How do these flashback levels kind of play into the overall Crash 4 narrative?
Yeah, so the way that the flashback tape levels work is that they are kind of a peek back in time to the 90s when Neo Cortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard and they're really awesome and they're super creative, and we can't wait to get people's hands.
That's really cool.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago, and that was a challenge. So I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be sort of integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure. So players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object that they can pick up, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other fun? How are these fun for players to kind of experience, and what do they get to do in them?
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms. Really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express that pure platforming kind of.
You guys excited for Crash 4?
They're an object that
Yes, we are.
And to actually
I can't say I'm like
layer
super
in
excited,
kind
but
of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in the games before.
Awesome. All right. Well, Crash 4, it's about time. Looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
They got commercials in here? Oh, what is this?
I have become terror.
Is this?
The unseen predator. A rupture that obliterates without warning. Alone, the hordes of Enoch will fall before me. But together, this entire planet.
What is this?
Will fear us. The anomaly alters us, each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road into the dark heart of creation.
What is this?
We will find the source, whatever it holds, whatever it takes.
I have not heard of this game yet if it's been announced.
Welcome to the Hyperscape.
Okay, Hyperscape.
A contender. Leave as a champion.
Looked like he just missed him, but alright. Okay. Crossplay. Is it crossplay though? I think I have it down. I think I have that downloaded. This I don't care about.
Welcome to Necromunda. I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to speed. The Underhive's named well.
So many of these games look the same.
Like ants, deep underground where we ain't causing trouble for the rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are. And do we ever make some noise? Every Orlok says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm and they'd splash your head from 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood...
This looks just like the last game, but different. They're wearing different clothes.
Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers, cloners, and... Oh, makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda Underhive Wars comes to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on September 8th.
O futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente finitas,
Don't know what this dude's saying.
eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future of gaming to be quite bright and quite online.
Yeah, that's my man's.
Clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the medium.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução obviamente gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
You know, one of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of two in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown. You know, one of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of two in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years...
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I wouldn't be feeling so bad if this wasn't a 2-hour show. The fact that like this is 2 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
I really do genuinely appreciate Jeff Keighley's, you know, what he tries to put together here. And I actually am glad that he seemingly attempted on Twitter to really set the expectations, which is nice, you know. But this to me just feels like one of those...
What is this game, dude?
It feels like an Xbox move where it's like they're hyping up like the volume, like the amount of content they...
I mean, it looks interesting. It doesn't look bad because it looks original.
That is shown, because I'm sure there's stuff here that people are excited
Look at that. It looks kind of fun.
You know, like
I mean,
just nothing. I don't know. But like
actually doesn't look that fun.
I'm not gonna be hard on it because I don't have expectation. It just it's rough that it's 2 hours, you know, and all I care about is Ratchet and Clank.
Same.
Changes right now. Here is a first look at the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to come throughout the week at Gamescom, including a live demo on Gamescom Studio tomorrow.
Okay. I'm semi-interested in this.
Nice. All right, thank you.
They have his mic on still.
With more to come throughout the week at Gamescom, including a live demo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gamescom
It was
Studio
going good for a
tomorrow.
little bit, and then it just got choppy.
Nice. All right, thank you.
Did anybody just hear?
Yeah.
Was that Jeff? I don't think we were supposed to hear him right there.
That's funny. So guys, I'm watching another stream because this is just.
Yeah, that Call of Duty trailer they had in the beginning, I would say it was cool if I, you know, was actually able to see it at a decent quality, but that boy Jacob, you're saying, hey man, just wanted to say we all love your content. Keep up the good work, and let's hope the next generation will be even better than this one.
I'm WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Mauro Ranallo to bring you all the over-the-top action in WWE 2K Battleground. Mamma mia!
This looks fun.
This is great! This arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous, with over 70 WWE superstars and legends brawling it out like never before. Oh no, hold on to your toupee, Mauro. Look out below. WWE is L-I-T. You know, I'm a little more old school than Mauro, so I can't wait to see these WWE legends teach these kids a thing or two. And you know what? Here's a closer look at the insane action. It's a great evening for WWE action.
I gotta see this.
Dude, this game looks weird.
This arcade-style video game is over the top
Max bitrate. Would that be, like, yeah, what if I went to just like 10K bitrate? Would that be a bad thing? What would happen? Bitrate confuses me. I don't know if it's like, I know the higher the resolution you're streaming, the higher the bitrate has to be.
I can't wait to see these WWE legends teach these kids.
If you go higher though,
And you know what?
like,
Here's a
and
closer
you
look
need
at
to,
the insane
does it have any negative effect
It's
or
a
only
great
positive?
evening for WWE action.
No, increasing the bitrate will make it worse.
Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
still seeing the
let's keep this party
choppiness,
rolling
man.
with
Like, what
another
the
matchup.
hell?
Look out, Mauro. The Undertaker
There
has
just seems to be
risen
like
and
moments where it just gets
Federer's
choppy, and then
about to
others
be
it's just
taken for
perfectly
his
smooth.
last
So.
Mamma mia, what a move!
Hello again. I have even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you.
Wait.
Say.
Messing with my bitrate.
I'm the perfect shot.
The winner of Best Action Game is Star Wars Squadrons.
I'm confused on how they're even giving out these awards.
The winner of Best Multiplayer Game is Operation Tango.
Okay, I'll have to remember that.
I used to be an explorer.
Oh,
The winner of Best Indie Game is Curious Expedition 2.
that kind of looks cool.
Did not believe what I had witnessed. It was time for
Hmm. Interesting.
to learn my name.
Congratulations to all the winners. As I mentioned, IGN will be here for all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming news. Check it out.
Gamescom 2020 is the
They're literally saving Fall Guys and Ratchet and Clank for the end.
We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up to the second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indies Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom Best of Show, including the Gamescom Award. Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom Now.
And now it is time to talk about that best action game winner, Star Wars Squadron.
Okay, here we go.
New immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an all-new, authentic single-player story.
Yes.
The events of Star Wars
I'm
Episode
excited
6,
for this.
Return of the Jedi. Today, we'll get a glimpse at what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration by the Motive team. Let's check it out.
We all choose our path, light or dark, freedom or destruction. The Empire chose to destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid.
Okay.
It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about our new republic. However, the Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to end our new republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it.
Okay.
With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the New Republic. Change our galaxy.
Okay, I'll fly with you. Show me some gameplay.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Hunka, narrative producer on Star Wars Squadrons. Our single-player story is one of daring pilots and deep-seated rivalries.
Take Titan Squadron. Hunt down this Starhawk and eliminate it.
Gladly, Admiral Sloan.
Over the course of the story, you'll fly as 2 pilots on opposite sides of the war.
Okay, cool.
Like all modes in Star Wars Squadrons, you'll have the option to experience every mission fully immersed in VR.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
Today, we're giving you a glimpse of an early Imperial mission behind enemy lines.
One of our spies, Agent Thorne, has discovered vital intelligence on Project Starhawk. Your mission is to extract her from
Starhawk, awesome game.
Hosnian Prime. Behind enemy lines, you'll have to eliminate perimeter defenses.
Okay, if it controls like that, I'm all for this.
The Gladius to the outpost, and our extraction team will acquire Agent Thorne. Once Thorne is secure, reach your Gozanti cruisers and return to the Overseer.
Cover our escape and escort us to the jump point. We have Republic corvettes inbound. Move, Titan.
Ladies, change course and keep Agent Thorne safe. Titan 3, take out those fighters.
Understood. I'll handle it.
Okay, so you do the little 180.
You have my thanks, Titan Squadron.
No time to celebrate. Move on.
Each mission will immerse you into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the
Okay.
galaxy's finest.
I need you focused and ready to go.
From bombing runs at the Nadiri dockyards to setting a trap in the Xavian Abyss, the story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
That is not all EA has to share from a galaxy far, far away today. At Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can visit Oga's Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired the Sims latest game pack. Check this out.
I mean, it's like they're trying to find some way to incorporate Batuu or whatever it's called from Galaxy's Edge. Nobody cares about this place. That's crazy.
I still can't go full screen, huh? I'm just trying to see if it's gonna like fix itself before I go back. Okay, where do I find a fix for that? Going full screen. Like, why does going full screen break it? Oh my god. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Just gonna get out of full screen. I'll go back to theater mode. Sorry about that. Just trying to experiment here, you know? I just don't know. PG microwave your PC.
There is even more Star Wars to come later in the show. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker
Yes.
saga is up, and as we move into our second hour, we've got Fall Guys Season 2 still to come, the reveal of that, which I can't wait for you guys to see. And of course, a gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. But right now, you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
Yeah, this, so from what he just said, this sounds interesting.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower. Look at its contours, its curves. Now I want you to imagine it changing, moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of that bud, unopened. Look at it as a whole, then silently repeat these phrases. May you be free from suffering.
See, now they lost me.
Fear. May you know peace and joy.
That's going to be a really special indie game. So glad to announce that here on the show.
Does look special.
Now, last year at the Game Awards,
We don't want to see Godfall. We don't want to see it, Jeff.
coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from
It's not a looter shooter. There's no guns, Jeff.
of one of the new Valor plates with more footage coming as part
Unless
of
I'm wrong.
2020. Check
All I see are swords, Jeff. They're lagging a little bit. Yeah, they're lagging on this. Okay, the gameplay looks fun. I love how there's no UI. I wonder if it's actually going to be like that in the game. Probably not.
We have much more O&L to come. Exclusive looks at LEGO Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Fall Guys Season 2. Wait until you see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But first, I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's newest expansion, was released on PC, Xbox, and PS4. And today, it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
Expand, explore, tear the veil asunder.
They had me.
Territory.
Now they lost me. This just looks like what's the game? This literally just looks like the one game from Epic. All these games look the same. Literally, all these kind of games look the same.
Now, the gateway is failing. The jaws close. The final heartbeat approaches.
I can't remember the name.
The heart of Deimos.
So many people have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people or bored teenagers or middle-aged parents who suddenly find they have to do something together with their kids. And I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever. And as a result, it's more important than ever that we keep making different, interesting things for folk to play.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido período difícil a todos. Então, nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa
This is so boring, man.
mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho e saber que a gente vai sair.
I know it's not Jeff's fault, but Jeff is gonna get it on Twitter.
Mas isso tudo vai passar.
Man is gonna get it on Twitter.
Healthy and safely through this corona virus time. Care about other people and wear your masks.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma de arte mais incrível de se expressar. Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita, e você tem a chance de controlar e vivenciar essas experiências você mesmo. É mágico, é maravilhoso. Jogos são por amor.
This is crazy.
Give me a second, I'm trying to select the appropriate weapon. Watch who you sleeping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon. Got nothing to lose, I'm all in. Walking the edge, don't fall in. Enough of the lies, don't apologize, I don't understand. Are you foreign? This is the place, this is the site. Grab all your people and log in. I'm waiting, don't care how long it's gonna take. Watching and waiting for that first mistake. Don't come up missing, just checking the list. I'm always aware of your current position. I just hold on to the perfect condition. Coming alive. Heat of the night. Now is the time. Coming alive.
That kind of looks interesting.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great stuff to show you. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Stasis, you're going to see a brand new look at that. Fall Guys Season 2 and Ratchet & Clank for PlayStation 5 and so much more across the next hour. Opening Night Live continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive, built-from-the-ground-up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer, called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
All these guys in this room, they're here because they have the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right.
One day you're busting your back doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And then next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy!
Teach these boys a lesson. Break every bone in their bodies.
You want me to become one of those Wall Street boys?
Don't sass me, Tommy. I'm trying to teach you the ropes, so you don't get strangled by them.
Now you stay straight with me, you're gonna be living the high life, Tom. You abuse my trust.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay then. Welcome to the family.
Next, we're going to introduce you to a turn-based multiplayer strategy FPS from a team in Montreal, Canada. Lemnis Gate is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop.
Okay.
Check this out.
I'm trying to care, Jeff. I really am. I really just don't care because of how this game looks. Looks just like Destiny. This is cool though. I like the idea. Okay. This is a really cool concept. Still confused though. That could be very interesting.
Next spring, get ready to experience memorable moments and non-stop action from all 9 Star Wars films in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker
Yes,
Saga.
let's
The
go.
series has been reimagined with new fun-filled LEGO humor, and now we've got your first look at the gameplay trailer.
Yes. More excited for this than anything they've showed so far. Besides maybe Call of Duty.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Okay. Who's the voice actor for him? Now that's pod racing.
Strong with him. That much is clear. Twisted by the dark side. Young Skywalker has become.
Ooh. this game looks amazing, honestly.
That boy is our last hope. No. There is another.
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
Wow, they somehow managed to make that scene better. That scene's still dumb. I literally fell asleep during that scene in the theater.
The Force will be with you always.
Jeez.
Not him, the Falcon.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.
I'm so excited for that. Man, I can't believe we gotta wait till spring.
Man, Lego Star Wars looks so fun coming to next gen as well. All right, we'll be right back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, and Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Okay.
It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platformer where up to 2 players control Troy, our fleshy hero. Check this out, and remember, you can play this tonight.
If it was on PS4, I'd play it. Because the co-op is not... The co-op might be okay on Switch, but it's going to look probably terrible on Switch. What is this? Civilization?
We're near Little Hope. Did you hear that? What's more proof is needed that the devil walks among us in...
This is rough, man.
Where are we? We're near Little Hope. Did you hear that? What's more proof is needed that the devil walks among us in Little Hope.
Lamar.
Hours to that I love going back to is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Not to say since Origins came out, this new reboot of Assassin's Creed, so to speak. That was my first time getting into it, and I have put almost 400 hours into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
At the moment, I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn, but hard to master.
I have a few games that I binge play, games that I return to every year. Halo, the entire Master Chief Collection, is really a big
I'm not into Fall Guys.
But I also still just casually binge Animal Crossing, and I've been doing that basically all year.
I haven't put down Animal Crossing since I downloaded it. I find
I played Animal Crossing for a month straight. I won't be going back to it.
Up next, we have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why. Congratulations to Don't Nod Entertainment.
Good choice.
Well, after a big day of Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily Show, where you can get all the daily highlights and a late night show experience from gamers for gamers. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sid. And by the way, congratulations to Don't Nod for Tell Me Why, a really important game that is out now that you can play on Xbox and Game Pass. And as we know, there's a lot going on in the world, and that goes beyond the pandemic. Between social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world.
It's true, Jeff.
Together, and I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom.
I mean, just said one gay.
Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching
nowhere,
tonight,
basically.
and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together. And I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom. Gamescom has launched
this is like becoming a
by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community.
My man said one gay. That's hilarious. What is this? That looks fun. See, that's what I want from a spaceship game. That looks fun.
many crowns have you won? If one game has defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face. Fall Guys, I think, represents our industry at its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight, Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready. I think the internet is about to freak out. Here
I'm excited for Season 2. Because Season 1 just did not do it for me.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game so far. As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes, and the montages that people have been posting online, and the response to the game has really blown us away. Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2. In Season 2, you'll be dressing your Fall Guy as a medieval hero and competing across brand new rounds inspired by epic quests from the Middle Ages. Traverse giant
That's cool.
bridges, dodge swing
It's really cool.
axes, and scale movable siege ramps in the quest for ultimate game show glory.
This guy said the lead designer is in middle school.
We hope you've enjoyed the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then at Fall Guys Game on Twitter is where you want to be. See you on the start line.
Yeah, they hyped that up big time. Like, that's not... Come on, Jeff.
My father has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his fist.
What?
I am not.
What is this? Oh. No.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. She's already tried once.
Vic's a depraved child. And
This looks terrible, guys.
the years my father wasted grooming them for glory when I was right there. Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay, and you die alone.
I really haven't found any new appreciation for gaming at this time, because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter com outras pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento, e é o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências reais com pessoas que estão longe da gente.
You get to travel all over the world in games, which is something I've always taken for granted. At the moment, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and
That's right.
I kind of prefer it to the real Japan, just because I've heard that in real life they don't let you run around with katanas.
I appreciate games a lot more than films, music, or whatever, and it's just fine for me to have the time to play with friends or even with my family, to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people. You know, play is a natural instinct, and from Animal Crossing to The Last of Us Part 2 or Ori, yes, it's definitely an incredible time now to be a gamer, yes.
Hey everyone, I'm Vince Sampella, head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories. Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. We'll hear more from him in just a bit.
All right, man.
Gamer, yes.
Yes, it is.
Hey everyone, I'm Vince Sampella, head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots.
Wait, a new
The
Medal of Honor game?
franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. Could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and the game's action-packed story. Let's take a look.
All right, come on now.
I know this is the first time some of you will see combat. I know you're scared.
Why does this look like a PS3 game? No.
I'm scared too.
Welcome to France, gentlemen. I lead the local resistance cell. Something big is happening inside Gestapo headquarters, and we don't know what it is.
We're gonna have to improvise here. First time some of you will see combat.
Oh, this looks pretty good.
Scared. Let me be clear.
You guys are saying it's VR? Did he wait?
I'm scared too.
Is this VR?
What? Oh my god.
It's
Okay, well,
it's an Oculus game.
Inside Gestapo headquarters, and we don't
I
know
didn't
what
know
it
that.
is.
We're gonna have to improvise here.
They got
Oh, that is kind of disappointing.
Oh.
I mean, like, it's not even on PlayStation VR, is it? It said it was for like
Oculus. This is Oculus, man. I mean, it looks like a good Oculus game, but
Why are you a PlayStation fanboy? Why can't you just be neutral? I'm more neutral than you think, actually. I think it's just because I don't prefer Xbox. I'm just not. I don't really play Nintendo, so all that's really left for me is PlayStation, and I don't game on PC. So it's like, it comes off that I'm a fanboy, but it's really just the fact that I just stick to my preferred platform, and I've just been hoping for a long time that Xbox would kind of, I mean, for lack of a better term, start copying a little bit of what Sony's doing, because I just like the things that Sony does, and I think, you know, it'd be cool to have a second company kind of chasing after the same thing, but that's why I talk
Thank
about
you so
Xbox
much,
as
Vince.
much as I
That
do.
looks
Also 'cause
incredible. And now we're here with Respawn Entertainment's
No.
Peter Hirschman, game director on.
dude, I don't want to hear about this, man. It's for Oculus.
You guys know the whole
civilization.
the whole story.
God help us all.
I think it's just the fact that I'm just, you know, PlayStation's where I play now, really, and they have the stuff I'm legitimately most looking forward to, like much more so than pretty much anything else. So I think it just comes off that way that I'm like a fanboy or something.
Thank you so much, Vince. That looks incredible. And now we're here with Respawn Entertainment's Peter Hirschman, game director on
I would have
Medal
been
of
excited
Honor
for
Above
this,
and Beyond
but-
to talk more about their new VR experience. Peter.
Most immersive experience, most immersive combat experience I've ever been able to work on.
That's
and
crazy.
It follows you as a player being recruited into the Office of Strategic Services, commonly known as the OSS. And their mission was sabotage, espionage, search and rescue, everything in between. You name it, they did it. And they're known by a different set of initials now, the CIA. But during World War II, They sent operatives all over Europe, deep behind enemy lines. And that allows us to tell a story where you get to go to these places and locations and participate in events that really helped shape the outcome of the war.
One of the things I love about the trailer is you can tell there's a lot of interactivity in the environment, emergent gameplay. You got the piano and other things in there. Tell us a bit about how you're using that to tell the story. It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story sequences. How do you tell the story?
Oh, well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative, which is more than some feature films. We had a huge international.
Dude, I don't care what he's saying.
Because it does tell me that it's going to be pretty exciting because they usually try to save the best for last.
Shape the outcome of the war.
One of the things I love about the trailer is you can tell there's a lot of interactivity in the environment, emergent gameplay. You
saying
got the piano
I'm not
and other
that
things
far
in
behind.
there.
I wouldn't be surprised if I was like a minute behind.
How you're using that to
that.
tell the story. It seems like
But
it's
the
all
stream
kind of
looks
through
like
a
it's been
first-person
pretty
perspective,
smooth
but there are
sailing
some story sequences.
for
How do you tell
a little
the story?
while now, so I'm not touching anything.
Well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative. Which is more than some feature films.
MBG, what's wrong with Medal of Honor being on VR? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of disappointing.
An Oculus.
Just saying.
I'm getting an Oculus.
Act 1 is working with the French
My first VR headset will probably be the next
PSVR.
PlayStation VR. That I'm looking forward to because I want to see how big of a leap it is compared to the first iteration.
Which a much more intimate and emotional connection with the characters and the things going on around you. It was an incredible way to shoot. One of our animators stood in for the player throughout the 3 weeks that we were on stage. And all the actors are always reacting and talking to you directly. And in VR, it's such a powerful thing. It's all about building that emotional connection, and it just makes the experience all the more authentic.
Well, you and Vince, I know this series is really close to your heart, and I'm like, wow, there's.
Now they're lagging. This is a bust, dude.
Really rich and detailed, obviously authentic as well. Paying
This is a
to everyone
bust.
that was involved in the war. I wanted to ask you also about multiplayer, which is something that Respawn is really known for, and you've had a great single player experience. But I hear you might also be doing MP too.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the thing about VR is that, I've spent we've known each other a long time. So much of your career trying to map natural human movements to a controller and just figuring out things like making feel good. And one of the hardest ones is leaning. And in VR, you know how you duck? You just duck. And how you lean in VR, you just lean. And so the ability to lean around a corner, just kind of peek around the corner and see where the bad guy is just it heightens the tension so much. It makes it feel all the more real. And when you put that into a multiplayer experience, it just raises it to a whole nother level. So we are shipping, in addition to the campaign, we are shipping a full suite of VR modes, including a few that you can only do in VR. And we're really excited about people playing those after it comes out.
Wow. Well, definitely a full-blown VR experience. I got to say, I'm really excited to put the headset on and try this. And it's coming out later this year, right?
Coming out holiday. So, fasten your seatbelts. We are so excited to bring it to players. We've been working on it a long time. Like you mentioned, it's a passion project for Vince and I and everyone at Respawn. It's a wonderful full circle experience for a lot of us that started our careers working on those original set, going back first one and
dude,
full-blown VR experience. I gotta say, I'm really excited to put the headset on and try this, and it's coming out later this year.
If you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button just to help my stream out, because we're at like 740 likes. That'd be great if we could get to 1,000.
To bring it to players.
The world was broken.
Bro, what is this?
Fractured by the magic the Vow Keepers said they would protect us from. Spellstorms still rage across the ruins of the Hollowlands. This is proof, they said. It isn't safe. It can't be controlled. Magic cannot be used.
Yeah, these comments. What is this, man? I could not care less about this.
Broken my vow, and now I fight to break free.
This isn't gameplay, is it? It looks kind of cool, but I'm not playing it. Okay, here we go to gameplay. That looks cool. See, that looks cool. That actually looks cool. Free to play game. Okay. Oh, look, another Red Bull commercial. That's fine though. We love Red Bull. No, no, don't show. Okay, what is this? Oh, they're just showing Game Pass. It is the best deal in gaming. Definitely is the best deal in gaming. And it's still a waste of money. Ain't that crazy?
That's just me. Dude, I can't help but get like...
Yeah, best deal in gaming. You pay the money and you don't get to keep any of these games.
They put Halo Infinite up there too. Like, not yet, guys. Let's wait until the game actually looks good and then put it up there. Hey man, I've been waiting this whole time.
Grounded, Ori, and Rare Replay. Really, just Grounded and Ori are the only things worth it on Game Pass.
Tired of seeing it.
Games are in it as well. Every year at Gamescom, we like to highlight some incredible games made in Germany. And tonight, we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
Alright. We ain't listening to that, guys.
You're saying getting nervous that they're going to F
So
up
many
the
great
Ratchet
games
gameplay.
in Xbox
Time to wind
Game
down
Pass,
expectations.
and many of tonight's
We'll
games
see.
are in it as well. Every year at Gamescom, we like to highlight some incredible games made in Germany. And tonight, we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
Factor 5 was so far ahead of the curve. And
Yeah,
each
I
of their
saw that,
games
guys. A
pushed
lot of
game
you guys were
technology
asking
as
me to
far
make a
as
video on that,
possible.
and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I may make a dedicated video to it. If I don't, I will be talking about it for sure, though, even if it during the podcast, but Jeff Keighley basically like, yeah, you know,
Game Pass is like a basic cable service.
HBO. And then basically implying that, you know, PlayStation's the HBO. Nobody wants the basic cable. If they had to choose, granted, not everybody has to choose, but
This was the first game that allowed me to completely
low.
In June, Bungie revealed
Okay, we got some Destiny stuff.
Destiny 2 that starts on November 10th with Beyond Light. For the first time ever, Guardians will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power of Stasis. With
Stasis, that's what it's called.
powers of darkness to control and dominate the battle. Here's an all-new look at Stasis from Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
The floodgates are open. The darkness is here. As you step away from the light,
Power to their arsenal, the dark power of Stasis.
focus your power. Let it grow. Our fight is far from over.
Granted, XCOM, I think it's more appropriate, but I remember, like, I was very baffled and confused when we saw this show up at the Xbox July 23rd event.
Actually play Destiny 2? Okay, what's the Titan? Or did I miss it? Ooh, that's so cool. Titan Behemoth. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. You know, Titan's gonna be OP for PvP. That's cool.
I have one more award to give out tonight, and that is Best Sony PlayStation Game. So, without further
I mean, you already know.
the winner
Ratchet and Clank.
is Cyberpunk 2077.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
That only very few people care about.
Hold on.
Way too much time.
So check out the Gamescom Awards user
Oh, maybe coming out this year?
Genuine feedback, I would
Hold up. Let's see what he says about this.
The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplayers,
You know,
esports,
people can
and more.
complain all they want
So
about
tune in on
Sony's state of play
Sunday,
that they
August
did for the
30th at
PS4,
8 p.m.
but at
Central
least they
European
kept it
time
relatively
to see
short,
the
like
grand
40
finale
minutes.
of to give out tonight,
And that
is
Godfall
Best
gameplay was
Sony
awesome.
PlayStation game. So, without further ado, the winner
Last of Us 2.
is Cyberpunk 2077.
It's a third-party game.
I could have swore The Last of Us 2 was going to win that. It's not my favorite game, but I'm just saying, like,
So check out
what?
the Gamescom Awards user voting, where you can vote
Oh,
for your
okay.
favorite streamer,
Okay, it's user voted.
User voted.
You want to know what the best PlayStation game is?
Cyberpunk.
Exclusive, like, what?
The best PlayStation game isn't even, you know, it's not an exclusive, but best PlayStation game is Cyberpunk.
Thank you.
It's
very
crazy,
much,
man.
Sydney, and it's great to have you on the show again this year. All right. Well, a lot of people have been wondering, what will the next generation of gaming feel like? How will it be different? What is that generational difference? Well, back in June, we saw the announcement of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart from Insomniac Games, a title which uses the power of PlayStation 5, the SSD hard drive, and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible
On PS5.
Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's an extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Says, enjoy.
Yeah, this is what we're here for anyways. I like it. Let's go. This looks so good. If you want to see it in 4K, go look it up on YouTube, but this looks amazing.
We're back. And not far from where we last saw him.
Him?
We still have time to put a stop to this.
This looks so good. Love how cinematic it looks. That's what Ratchet & Clank 2016 was missing. Only time it was cinematic was in the cinematic trailers, which were actually just scenes from the movie. Shatterbomb. Ooh. Gonna like slide to this side. Oh, hopefully they got rid of the combustor, because that's the burst pistol. But I think I saw the combustor before. I like how he can do that little dodge. Nefarious is the villain?
Put down the Dimensionator, Nefarious. Put down the Dimensionator.
Dimensionator, wasn't that from Tools of Destruction? Nefarious looks amazing. Dude.
Was that supposed to happen? Hitting Nefarious's device seems to have destabilized reality. The bridge is shot. There has to be another way across. The rifts appeared to react to your device. Try pointing it at one of them.
That's crazy. I love that burst pistol. This game looks so much fun.
This is worse than I had imagined. It's Ratchet and Clank. Sand sharks from above.
Sand sharks. They're from they're from a few different planets. I think. So they're bringing people from or things from other planets. Just dropping them right there like that. That's cool.
Or at least a very large octopus.
Yeah. Look how cinematic that looks. It just transitions straight from gameplay to cinematics like that. They don't do that in Ratchet and Clank games too much.
I will never get used to that. Hey, at least we're on the same planet this time. Nefarious is on the other side of that building. Let's get moving before he does anything else to break reality.
The Enforcer?
Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all?
Yo. You can switch shoulders on the fly. I like that.
He must have more planned than he is telling us. That's what I'm afraid of.
This gotta be within the first 40 30 to 40 minutes of the game because he only has 4 weapons unlocked.
Can't wait to see what's new.
You can go to like that like third, like zoomed in third person shooter style.
That's all of them. We have to get the Dimensionator away from Nefarious.
Yo. You could do a trick jump. They added trick jumps. Dude. This is crazy. This is crazy. Hey, I love this place. Quest for Booty is one of my favorite games. They gotta show a little bit more. They gotta show a little bit more. No. No.
There you have it, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and now I am joined by Marcus Smith and Mike Daly from Insomniac Games. Guys, it was so great to see that long, uninterrupted demo of Rift Apart, and I have so many questions. It's amazing to see what you're doing with the power of PS5 and the SSD. Let me ask you first, Marcus, what are you able to do with Rift Apart that you haven't been able to do before in a Ratchet game because of the power of PS5?
I mean, first and foremost, it's just pure horsepower, enables us to fill our worlds with the kind of density and life that we've never been able to do before. More importantly, perhaps, though, is the dimensional shifting that we have going on, which uses the SSD that allows us to fling the player from planet to planet to planet lightning fast, like in way, way faster than anything we've ever been able to do before.
Yeah, the Rift Tether, we saw that in the demo. We had seen some of that in the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, like how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through that?
Yeah, so in the game, there is dimensional damage spread throughout the galaxy that Ratchet and Clank have to find a way to fix. And you can find these weak points in space-time that you can pull to you with your Rift Tether. It's like being able to lasso a portal.
That's cool.
And it enables you to basically like warp across the world to find new places to discover or gain a tactical advantage in combat.
Wow, yeah, I got to say, like when you see that and you imagine the jumping from multiple worlds at instantaneously almost, and it sounds like there's no load screens throughout the entire game.
That's right. We're going seamless.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, all right. You bite. So confident, both of you say it. I like it. Now, let me ask you about DualSense. That's something that is a big part of PS5. I've had a chance to hands-on with the controller, with the adaptive triggers and the haptics. How are you using that to sort of impact the gameplay of Rift Apart?
So, at the heart of every Ratchet and Clank game is a
I've had a chance to hands-on with the
Spacebar, you're saying I'm not sure how much the velocity architecture accelerates the data throughput,
to sort of impact the gameplay.
but this probably could run on the Series X. Might not look as good.
So, at the
but does it
heart of every
matter?
Ratchet and Clank game
Because it never
is a
will.
powerful
Like that's
Dude.
pistol. Of course, it gives you like a satisfying kick with every bullet. But when you throw the Shatter Bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically, the haptics are expressive enough that every weapon
That's so amazing.
you can tell what you're holding. But of course, the adaptive trigger takes that to a functional level where, in addition to the trigger pull feeling unique, we can actually use that as a super intuitive way to add alternate functions to the weapons. So, for example, in the demo, we've got the Enforcer, which is a double-barreled shotgun. You can pull the trigger part of the way down until you hit resistance to fire a single barrel. And then whenever you feel like it's the right time, pull it the rest of the way for a double shot. So you might be swarmed by a bunch of little enemies. You only want to waste one shot on them, and then wait a minute for even more to swarm in before finishing them off. But a big guy, you probably want to just give both barrels to right away. So there's a nice intuitive way of basically raising the skill ceiling and giving you more ways to play better. And then wait a minute for even more to swarm in before finishing them off.
They're going to roll that out across what I'm sure are an insane group of weapons as always. Plot-wise, Marcus, tell us a bit about this game. I think some fans have wondered, does this tie into the movie plot line, the game plot line? Like, how it would tell us in the Ratchet verse where this sits.
Yeah. Well, canonically, this is a
Okay, this is important.
Of, Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus.
Okay, so it's confirmed that it is continuing off of Into the Nexus.
Standalone adventure. So it's one that even if you've never played a Ratchet and Clank game, you can get into it and you'll understand it and you'll enjoy it.
That's probably why they're going back to Dr. Nefarious.
Of nods, you're gonna see a lot of returning characters and planets and see them all through a whole new light of multiple dimensionality.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
Rift Tether thing, I think, looks really exciting. And how often, is that something we saw in the demo? Is that something you're going to see, frequently in the game? Are there special moments? I guess I'm curious, how often you use that technique for gameplay.
So the Rift Tether has created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll encounter those pretty often. There's even a few more types of dimensional damage you'll encounter that we haven't shown yet. Okay. Now, being pulled between worlds, that's localized to chasing after Dr. Nefarious in the demo. And that's sort of reserved for special moments when you really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears wide open.
Well, I got to say, it looks incredible. And then at the end, we got another tease of this female Lombax. I know you guys have confirmed she is playable in parts of the game. I think everyone wants to know, though, do we have a name for her?
Oh.
I mean, the world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're going to have to keep this one a little longer.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Too many smart people on the internet. They'll figure it out right away.
She's not named Abby, though, right? All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I got to say, I mean, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun. And as you said, when you think of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though, I think everyone around the world wants to know when we're going to get to play the
release date.
Game. Anything you can share with us on where you're at
Please.
right now? Mike?
Come on, Mike.
So Ratchet & Clank is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet. So
okay.
Stay tuned for that.
What kind of window? Is it big window? So no, I'm just kidding. All right, that's all we're gonna get.
Come on.
Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart coming in the launch window for PlayStation 5. I gotta say, Insomniac, we're so excited what you guys are doing across PlayStation, and the game looks incredible. So thank you so much for all you've done, and we look forward to seeing more of Rift Apart soon.
Thanks, Jeff. Take care.
All right, Marcus and Mike from Insomniac, thanks for showing us that first look at Ratchet & Clank or PlayStation 5. And that's going to do it for Opening Night Live. Thank you so much for watching from around the world, and make sure to stay tuned all weekend for more live Gamescom coverage at Gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build a very special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
All right. Cool.